Picture 24 rabbits. Just 24, small enough to fit in a couple of wooden crates. In 1859, one man let them loose on his property in Australia for a bit of weekend hunting. It turned into one of the worst decisions in the entire history of the continent, because those 24 rabbits were about to do something no animal had ever done that fast anywhere on Earth. The man was Thomas Austin, an English settler who missed the hunts back home. So he and his brother shipped him wild rabbits, caught on the family land in Somerset. On Christmas Day, 24 of them arrived at his estate near Melbourne, and he set them free to cross his land. He genuinely was not worried. In his own words, a few rabbits, quote, could do little harm and might even provide a touch of home. He could not have been more wrong. Here is the thing about rabbits. They can breed at just a few months old, and a single female can have dozens of young in a single year. Now give them a whole continent, with mild winters and almost no natural predators, and the mess turns terrifying. From that one release, rabbits spread across Australia at more than 100 kilometers a year. Within 70 years, they had overrun 70% of the entire country. It is still the fastest invasion by any mammal ever recorded anywhere. And at the peak, around in 1950, scientists estimate there were 600 million rabbits across Australia. From 24 and 600 million mouths eat. Rabbits stripped the land bare, chewing grass and seedlings down to the dirt, so native animals starved and whole hillsides washed away in the rain. Australia threw everything at them: poison, shooting, and a fence more than 3,000 kilometers long to hold them back. Nothing really worked. Even today, rabbits cause an estimated $200 million of damage to Australian farming every single year. In the 1950s, they released a rabbit disease, Myxomatosis, and it did crash the population from 600 million down to about 100 million. But the survivors slowly grew resistant, and back they came. But here is the strangest part. Rabbits were not new to Australia. They had arrived with the very first ships back in 1788, and were brought in at least 90 more times before Austin, and none of those rabbits ever exploded like this. So life is. In 2022, scientists sequenced the DNA and found the answer. Almost every single wild rabbit in Australia today traces straight back to Austin's release. Is where wild rabbits, not soft, domestic pets, and that wild edge is what let them survive and conquer. The whole plague really did come from those exact 24. Let me be straight with you. You will often hear that Australia hit billions of rabbits. The bigger number is not well supported. The figure scientists actually stand behind is a peak of around 600 million, and even that is an estimate of a wild, constantly moving population, not an exact head count. Austin's rabbits were also not the very first to set foot in Australia, just the first to catch fire. But the core of this story is real and genetically proven. A continent overrun from a single afternoon's decision. So the next time someone tells you that one small choice cannot really change much, remember Thomas Austin. He wanted a few rabbits to hunt on a lazy afternoon. Instead, he rewrote the ecology of an entire continent for more than a century and counting. 24 animals, one quiet decision, 600 million consequences.